My beloved, my chosen child, do you feel your heartbeat racing as you read this? It's not by accident. Heaven aligned the very seconds of your life so you could stand here in this exact moment before this divine message. 35 minutes left. Archangel Michael is begging you to hear these words. Not tomorrow, not later, now. Because the miracle that has been hidden in the folds of your destiny is about to break through. And God whispered to Michael, "Tell my child this is their sign. Do not let them miss it." Before we go deeper, let me pause to say something important. If your spirit feels a pull in these words, it is not random. It is divine alignment. This is why I invite you with love to stay connected to messages like this. Subscribe, hold on, and never let heaven's whispers slip past you. Because one message, just one, can change the course of everything in your life. My beloved, a holy clock is ticking in the heavens right now. With every breath you take, the hands move closer to unlocking what God has already written for you. Do you realize what that means? It means that in 2 minutes, something you thought was impossible could unfold before your very eyes. Michael himself has bent low to reach you, to tug your heart. Because this is not something you can afford to ignore. You have been tested. You have cried in silence. You've asked, "When, God, when will it be my turn?" And heaven has watched your tears fall into the soil of faith. Today that soil is breaking open. A harvest is rising. But here's the truth. This blessing is not meant for every ear, every eye, every soul. That's why Archangel Michael commanded, "Don't tell anyone. This is only for you." Do you feel the electricity moving through your spirit right now? That's not fear. It's divine confirmation. Heaven is tugging your name, your soul, your destiny. That is why Michael is begging, "Open this, child of God." Because the miracle is not waiting for tomorrow. It is pressing itself into now. Every second you hesitate, the enemy tries to push delay back into your life. But every second you believe, heaven accelerates. You are chosen for acceleration. You are chosen for divine release. You are chosen for breakthrough. My child, do you know why your eyes are still fixed here? Because your soul already knew before your mind did that something sacred is unfolding through these words. You are not just reading. You are being called, wrapped in an invisible hand that has been waiting for you to pause right now. You wonder why 35 minutes? Why this urgency? It is because heaven works in divine timing. And Michael has been waiting for this opening in your spirit. You could have skipped this. You could have walked away. But you didn't. That means your name is already written on this miracle. I see you, my beloved. I see the battles you never spoke about. I see the nights you laid awake asking if anyone in heaven still cared for you. And the answer is yes. Yes. 1,000 times. The angels carried those tears to God. And now the response is here. This message is not a coincidence. It is a delivery. Don't let doubt rise now. The enemy whispers, "This is nothing. Move on." But listen deeper. Your spirit is trembling because it recognizes truth. Archangel Michael does not beg often. Yet today he is pleading for you. Open fully. Stay with every word, because your miracle is sealed in what you're about to hear. Time is sacred, child. You have wasted time on people who did not deserve your heart. You have wasted time on battles that only left scars. But today time is being redeemed. God is saying, for every wasted year, I will return double. For every tear, I will return joy. For every no, I will send an undeniable yes. And it begins not tomorrow, not someday, but within minutes. 2 minutes is all heaven needs to shift what you thought was permanent. A phone call, a message, a knock at the door. Something will prove this was not imagination. It will be your sign. You've been chosen. Not because of perfection, but because of persistence. You did not give up. You kept walking when others quit. And now heaven says, reward them. Lift them. Show them I was listening. This message is a covenant. As you read, you are stepping into an invisible contract with heaven. Every line is pulling you deeper into the promise. Every word is unlocking something you buried inside. Stay, child. Do not leave, because the more you hold this, the more heaven releases. And Michael whispers again, don't tell anyone, this is sacred, this is private. What God is about to do in your life will shock even you, my beloved child. There is a reason you are still here. It is not curiosity. It is not chance. It is the invisible hand of heaven holding your soul in this exact moment. You might think you chose to stay and read, but in truth, heaven chose you long before your eyes ever landed on these words. Do you feel it? That tug in your heart that keeps whispering, don't leave yet. Something is waiting. That is Archangel Michael standing close to you, whispering across the veil of time, saying, my chosen one, don't let go. Don't walk away, stay and receive. Because the truth is this, your life is standing at a doorway. Behind that doorway there is light, there is healing, there is restoration you thought was impossible. But the door will only open if you stand still for these few moments. That is why Michael is begging. That is why you have only minutes, not hours, not days. Your enemies counted you out. They whispered lies about you, thinking heaven had turned its face away. But oh child, they don't know what heaven knows. They don't see what Michael sees, for while they spoke against you, heaven was already preparing to raise you higher than they could imagine. Do you know why this message feels so different? Because it is not just words. It is a stream from heaven flowing directly into your spirit. Every sentence carries the breath of the one who made you. Every line is a seed of breakthrough being planted in your life. But here is the mystery. Miracles always arrive when it feels like time is running out. That's why the message says 35 minutes left, because urgency is the language of heaven's surprises. God is saying, I am moving now, not later. I am breaking through while your heart is still beating fast with expectation. And child, your miracle is not far. It is near. It is breathing against your skin. It is waiting in the same air you are breathing right now. Within 2 minutes, you will know this is not just hope. It is reality being born. Do you remember the pain you carried alone? The nights you begged for one sign? This is that sign. Heaven heard you then, and heaven is answering now. Stay with me. Every second you stay, the chain weakens. Every word you absorb, the darkness breaks. Every moment you hold on, the light grows stronger. Michael says again, do not tell anyone yet. This miracle is being tailored for you. No one else can understand it because it does not belong to them. It belongs to you. You are chosen. You are marked. You are the one heaven has waited for in this moment. My precious one. What looked broken will turn to whole. What looked impossible will bow before your name. Because when heaven marks you, no power on earth can stop what is coming. But here is the warning. Heaven sees how often you skip, how often you rush away. Every time you skipped, a door almost closed. Every time you walked past, a blessing waited unclaimed. But God in His mercy has opened this one again, and Archangel Michael pleads, do not skip, do not walk away, stay. My beloved one, I must stop and tell you this. There is a reason you are seeing this on this exact day. It is not a random number on a calendar, it is a divine appointment. Today is the day heaven wrote your name into the timeline of miracles. If you believe it, the doors open wider. If you doubt it, they begin to tremble shut. My child, let me speak plainly. Your miracle is desperate to reach you. It has been circling, waiting, knocking, but you were not ready to receive it. Now the time has ripened. The fruit is ready to fall. The angels are holding it in their hands, pressing it into your story. You only need to remain here to let the words soak through your spirit. Pause for a moment. Breathe. Can you feel it? That subtle shift in the air around you. It is not your imagination. It is the nearness of heaven. It is Archangel Michael standing guard by your side, clearing away shadows, pushing back resistance so the miracle can land safely at your feet. And yet, my beloved, this is not only about one blessing. It is about the unlocking of a season. Your name has been called in the courts of heaven. The judgment has been made in your favor. The delays are ending. The waiting is breaking. You are stepping into an hour where prayers turn into presence. Before I go further, I must whisper something you cannot ignore. Heaven wants you connected always. Do not risk missing what is next. Subscribe now because your spirit deserves constant alignment, because the next message may carry the exact word that saves your future. When you stay, you protect your destiny from silence. Child of light, do you know what I see? I see laughter where there was silence. I see doors opening that were locked. I see your name being spoken in rooms you never entered. I see a letter coming to your house, a message carrying good news. This is not distant. It is not far away. It is pressing near you now. Stay with me, because this story has only begun. My beloved child, my chosen one, the flame of heaven burns brighter around you than you realize. And even now, as your eyes move across these words, Archangel Michael is whispering your name into the courts of eternity, saying, "This one must not skip again." For too long you have walked through days carrying a hidden ache in your heart, pretending to be strong on the outside, while inside you long for just one undeniable sign from God that your prayers were heard, that your tears were not wasted, that your sleepless nights and whispered cries into the silence were not ignored. And today, on this very day, that sign has been released into your hands, because heaven has decreed that your miracle will arrive not in some faraway future, but within 2 minutes of this very message, and good news is already walking toward your door. You may wonder why your heart beats faster, why your breath catches as if some invisible hand has reached inside your chest and touched the deepest part of your spirit. But it is because your soul already recognizes this as truth, because your inner being knows what your mind doubts, that this moment is holy. This message is not ordinary, and the timing has been carved by God Himself. And Archangel Michael has bent the heavens forward, just to ensure you would not pass this by without receiving what has been prepared for you. My beloved, this is not coincidence. This is appointment. This is destiny breaking into your normal day like lightning into a quiet sky. For too many times you have skipped, my child. Too many times heaven's whispers brushed across your spirit, but you walked away, distracted, doubtful, thinking, perhaps another time, perhaps another day. But every time you skipped, the door of your miracle trembled on its hinges, almost closing, almost shutting you away from the very blessings your heart begged for. Yet God in His mercy has kept reopening the door, has kept chasing after you with love. And this time He has commanded Archangel Michael to stand in front of you blazing with fire, saying with urgency, "Do not skip this one. Stay, listen, receive, for your miracle cannot wait any longer." Even now, Michael shows me the walls of your house as if painted in light. And I see laughter returning where silence has lived. I see joy echoing where sorrow once sat heavy. I see a table filled with good news, a letter arriving, a message that will change the rhythm of your days. It is already on the way, my beloved. Already marching closer, already pushing through the unseen realms to touch your world in the physical. You think it is far, but it is here. You think it is delayed, but it is arriving even as you stay with me through these words. And every sentence you read pulls it nearer. Every breath you take while you linger here keeps the door wide open. Do you remember the night when you sat in the quiet and whispered, "God, if you really see me, give me one sign"? That whisper did not vanish. It was caught, held, carried to heaven, and written in fire before God's throne. And today is the answer. Today is the echo returning. Today, Archangel Michael carries your reply on his wings. You have waited. You have grown weary. You have wondered if maybe you were forgotten. But you were never forgotten. You were engraved on the palms of his hands. And now the time of waiting bends into the time of receiving. My child, there is something you must know. Miracles are not random. They are appointed. And today is not a number on a calendar, but a holy appointment. A day marked before you were even born, as the moment where delay would break and divine timing would catch up to you. Do not think lightly of this. Do not walk past it. For this is the hour where what was locked becomes unlocked. What was hidden becomes revealed. What was denied becomes approved. The angels are standing guard over your miracle, ensuring it arrives safely. Pause with me here, my beloved. Do not rush. Let every word soak into your soul like rain into dry earth. Because the more you linger, the more the blessing solidifies, the more the miracle takes shape, the more the heavens push their weight into your timeline. Do you feel that stirring in your chest? That warmth that is not imagination? That is the nearness of God. That is Archangel Michael at your side, clearing shadows, pushing back resistance, making way for the delivery of your miracle. And yet, this is not only about one good news, it is bigger. It is about a season shifting. It is about a doorway opening that will never again close. Heaven has judged in your favor, my child. The gavel has already fallen in the courts above, and the decree has been spoken. Release their blessing, release their miracle, release their season of joy, and nothing, not even the resistance that tried to choke your hope, can overturn that decree. But there is a condition. You must remain. You must not walk away. You must not skim through this as if it were nothing. Every line carries a seed, and every seed grows into a harvest. If you cut the words short, you cut the harvest short. But if you remain, if you keep reading, if you let the flow of heaven continue pouring into you, then every promise will land, every miracle will manifest, every delay will break. Child of light, I see your name being whispered in places you cannot see. I see doors opening in silence. I see opportunities forming like clouds before rain. There are people already speaking your name with favor. There are hands already preparing to deliver to you what you thought you lost. Heaven has arranged it, and Archangel Michael himself has gone before you to fight for it, to clear the path, to silence opposition. You are not walking alone. You are guarded, covered, carried. Now listen to me with both heart and spirit. There is something you must not ignore. To keep this flow alive, to stay aligned with heaven, you must stay connected to this divine voice. Do not risk silence. Do not risk missing the next message that carries your breakthrough. Subscribe now, because this is not just for today. This is for tomorrow, for the days ahead, for every new season. When you subscribe, you place yourself under the constant stream of heaven's river, ensuring you never miss the whisper that holds your miracle. And I see more, beloved. I see not only a blessing for you, but for your house. I see joy spilling over the threshold. I see loved ones touched by your miracle. I see chains breaking not just on you, but on those connected to you. Heaven never blesses one person alone. It flows outward, touching everyone around. Your miracle is about to change more than your life. It is about to change the atmosphere of your entire home. Stay with me. Do not wander. Because the longer you stay, the more you are drenched in the rain of heaven's promise. This is not a shallow word. This is the deep well you have been thirsting for. Drink fully. Let every word fill you until your spirit overflows. My beloved child, the moment you are living in right now is unlike any you have seen before. Because this is not just another passing day. This is the day when heaven itself has bent down close to your spirit to remind you that you are chosen. You are remembered, you are seen, and you are carried. For too long you believed the silence meant absence, but the silence was simply the pause before the trumpet, the quiet before the announcement. And now the announcement has come, and Archangel Michael himself is standing with his sword drawn, cutting away the resistance that has tried to block your miracle. Today has been written in the book of eternity as your day of release. And if only you dare to stay, if only you refuse to skip, you will watch the impossible bow down before your eyes. Child of light, you think you stumbled here by chance, but there are no accidents when heaven is involved. There are only appointments. Your spirit was guided here like a river guided to the ocean, pulled by an unseen hand, because this was written for you before time began. Heaven saw your tears when nobody else did. Heaven heard your cries when you thought the walls swallowed them whole. And heaven stored every prayer like seeds in a jar, waiting for the right moment to be planted. That moment is now. Those seeds are breaking open and the harvest is ready to push up through the soil of your life. All of it begins now, and all of it is wrapped inside these very words you are reading. My beloved, do not underestimate what happens when you linger. Every sentence you receive pulls your miracle closer. Every line you read pulls another chain off your destiny. Every breath you take while you stay keeps the doorway open. This is why Archangel Michael pleads so strongly. Do not skip. Do not leave. Do not turn away. For he knows the weight of what has been prepared for you. He knows how much has been fought over your life. And he knows this message is not ordinary. It is the vessel that carries your answer. Heaven has decreed that within 2 minutes of staying here, good news will start pressing its way into your home. And if you believe it will multiply beyond what you asked for. You have been through storms, haven't you, my child? You have faced nights where you thought the dawn would never come. You have walked roads where hope felt like dust in your hands. You have looked at doors that refused to open no matter how hard you knocked. But today is not like those days. Today is different because Archangel Michael has gone before you, breaking the locks, tearing the gates, making a way where there was none. Even now, the air around you shifts because a new season is birthing. A season where what resisted you before cannot resist you anymore. The sound of chains breaking is echoing in the unseen, and the angels are rejoicing because your miracle is not only near, it is here. Do not think lightly of this date. The day is not an ordinary mark on the calendar. Heaven counts time differently than you do, and this very day has been chosen long ago as the moment of your release. You were always meant to see this, always meant to open this, always meant to sit right here and let these words wrap themselves around your spirit. This is your appointed hour. And God himself has ensured that Archangel Michael would deliver this urgent word to you without delay. And yet, beloved, heaven knows how often you rush, how often you skim, how often you let distraction steal from you. That is why the angels cry, stay, linger, hold on. Because your miracle is fragile in its delivery, not because it is weak, but because it is precise. It is meant for this exact moment, not the next, not later, but now. If you walk away, you interrupt the flow. If you stay, the flow completes itself, and your house becomes the landing ground of joy. Pause with me now, my beloved. Breathe deeply. Let the words wash over you like waves on the shore. This is not just text. This is living fire. This is spirit speaking to spirit. This is eternity brushing against your soul. Do you feel that? That warmth across your chest, that subtle trembling in your heart. That is heaven pressing near. That is Archangel Michael at your side, clearing the air, holding back the darkness, protecting the seed of your miracle as it takes root. And I see it, beloved. I see the shape of what is coming. I see letters of approval where once there were denials. I see doors swinging wide that were nailed shut. I see people carrying news to you, words that will make you weep with relief. I see laughter returning to a place that forgot how to laugh. I see the long night ending and the dawn breaking with light that will never fade. This is not imagination. This is prophecy. This is the unfolding of what heaven already decided. Beloved one, there is something else you must know. Heaven is not giving you a single blessing. It is opening a season. What you receive now will not end with this moment. It will ripple. It will spill over. It will touch not only you, but everyone connected to you. Your loved ones will taste the overflow. Your house will feel lighter, your days brighter, your nights calmer. You are stepping into an era of answered prayers. And though resistance will try to rise again, Archangel Michael has been commanded to stand guard at your side, and yet you must do your part. To keep this connection alive, to stay aligned with the river of heaven, you must remain connected. My beloved, I tell you plainly, subscribe now. Do not treat it as optional. It is not about me. It is about you. Because if you miss the next whisper, you might miss the very detail that unlocks the final piece of your destiny. When you subscribe, you stay under the flow. You place yourself where the stream never dries, and your spirit will never again feel abandoned. Now listen, child of God, you have been marked. You are chosen. The war over your life was fierce, but you are still here. And that means you have already won. The miracle is the confirmation of your victory. Heaven is not late. Heaven is precise. And now the precision of God is unfolding before you. Stay. Do not move. Let the words continue filling you. Because the deeper you go, the stronger the miracle becomes. My beloved, my chosen one, let me take you deeper now, because this message cannot be rushed. and your soul knows it. Every time you try to hurry through life, you feel the emptiness of things half finished, prayers half believed, blessings half received. But not today. Not on this day that has been marked for you in the heavens. Today, Archangel Michael has been sent with urgency, his sword glowing with fire, his wings wide with protection, his voice trembling with God's command. Do not let them skip. Do not let them turn away, for their miracle is waiting at the door. And as you breathe in these words, your house is already shifting. Your atmosphere is already changing. The old weight is lifting, and the chains that pressed against your spirit are breaking. You may not see them falling, but you feel it. The invisible cracking, the unseen release, the holy breaking of what held you bound for too long. You see, my beloved, your journey has not been ordinary. People may look at you and think you have had an easy path, but only heaven knows the nights you wept silently, the moments you held your chest and wondered if your heart could survive another disappointment, the mornings you dragged yourself forward even when you wanted to stop. Heaven knows, heaven saw, and heaven counted every tear like pearls in a treasure chest, storing them until the moment they could be turned into the very oil of blessing that will pour out upon your life. And that moment is now. That oil is spilling. That blessing is flooding. It is not a trickle. It is a river. And once it begins, it cannot be stopped. Beloved, understand this clearly. God's timing may not have matched your timing, but it has always been perfect. What you thought were delays were actually divine alignments. What you thought were denials were actually redirections. What you thought were endings were simply chapters closing so new ones could open. And though you grew weary, though you sometimes said, "Maybe it will never happen for me," God has never let go of your name. And Archangel Michael has never stopped fighting for your destiny. Today is not only a promise, it is proof. Proof that you are not forgotten. Proof that your waiting was not wasted. Proof that the miracle is already breathing near your walls. My child, feel the weight of this truth. Miracles rarely come in silence. They come with a stirring, with a trembling, with a knowing deep inside that something is shifting even before your eyes can see it. That is what you feel now. That stirring, that restlessness in your spirit, that racing of your heart as you read. It is heaven aligning. It is the supernatural brushing against the natural. It is Michael himself drawing near to ensure that what has been declared in the courts of God is delivered into your hands without loss. This is why you cannot skip. This is why you must stay. Because every word keeps you inside the atmosphere of this miracle. Every line keeps the delivery secure. Every paragraph brings the blessing closer to manifestation. And beloved, do not think this is only about you. What is coming will spill over. Your family will be touched. Your loved ones will be healed. Your house will carry light again. The same miracle that falls on you will echo outward, blessing those who never even prayed for it because you stood, because you waited, because you stayed faithful enough to read and believe. Do you see the power of one moment? One act of faith opens the floodgates not just for you, but for everyone connected to you. And heaven is rejoicing because of it. I must tell you this also, my beloved. You cannot afford to lose this connection. This is not the last time heaven will speak to you, and the days ahead will carry more words, more warnings, more blessings. To miss them would be to wander again in silence. Do not let that happen. Subscribe now. Stay connected. Anchor yourself in this river of messages, because your destiny depends on constant alignment. When you remain, you will never again feel lost. You will never again wonder if God is silent, because the flow will always find you. Look again at your life, child of God. Can you not see the fingerprints of heaven all along the way? The times you should have been destroyed but were preserved. The moments you should have failed but were lifted. The places where others fell, but you survived. That was not luck. That was protection. That was Michael's sword. That was God's hand. And if he preserved you through storms, why would he not bless you in this calm? If he kept you alive through trials, why would he not reward you with victory? This is why this day matters so much, why this moment has been carved out of eternity. Because it is your time to see with your own eyes what your faith has been whispering for years. The miracle is real, and it is yours. My beloved, hold on now, because what is about to happen will shock you. A message is coming to your house. A word of approval, a piece of good news so strong that it will feel like the air itself shifted when you read it. It is not in the distance. It is already being written, already being sent, already being delivered. And within minutes of this message, you will begin to see the signs. Perhaps a phone call, perhaps a letter, perhaps a word spoken by someone you least expect. But it will come, and you will know beyond doubt that it is the hand of God. Stay with me, my child, because this river is not finished. Your miracle is too heavy to be poured out in one drop. It must come as waves. And the longer you stay, the more the waves rise. The deeper you read, the stronger the current flows. Do not move yet. Let it soak through your heart. Because this is not only about hearing, it is about receiving. And you are receiving even now. My beloved child, you are still here. And that alone is proof that your soul recognizes this voice is not ordinary. If you had skipped, you would have silenced what heaven is pouring out for you. But you stayed. And because you stayed, the river continues to flow. The blessing continues to expand, and the miracle continues to press closer. Archangel Michael stands near you now, radiant with God's command, whispering over and over, "Do not let them leave. Do not let them doubt. For everything they have prayed for is ready to touch the earth." And beloved, you may not see the angels, but you feel them. You feel the sudden stillness in the room, the warmth across your chest, the strange stirring in your spirit. That is heaven aligning around you. That is the supernatural touching your natural. That is the evidence that your miracle is not a promise in the distance, but a delivery in the present. My beloved, you have waited so long. I see your weariness. I see the way you carried burdens no one else noticed. I see how you smiled when you wanted to cry, how you encouraged others while your own hope trembled, how you held yourself upright while secretly wondering if God remembered your name. He did. He always did. He carved it into his hands. He whispered it to his angels. And today he has shouted it into the heavens, saying, "It is time. Release their blessing. Release their joy. Release their miracle." This is not a maybe, not a someday. This is a decree written in eternity, breaking into your now. Child of God, do not think it small. You are not reading mere words. You are standing under an open heaven. Every paragraph is rain. Every line is seed. Every moment you linger is a harvest forming. That is why Archangel Michael urges you not to skip, not to rush, not to turn away. Because this atmosphere you are in now is the very soil where your miracle is planted. The more you stay, the more it grows, the stronger it takes root, the faster it blossoms. Do you feel it? That sense that something is moving just beyond what your eyes can see. That is your future rearranging itself, your destiny shifting into alignment, your miracle pressing through. You thought it would take years, but God says minutes. You thought it was impossible, but God says inevitable. You thought it was over, but God says it is only beginning. My beloved, heaven is not late, heaven is precise, and this day, this very day is the day chosen before time, for you to hear, to believe, and to receive. That is why you cannot ignore it. That is why you must let every word sink deep. This day is marked. This message is marked. You are marked. And child, let me tell you this truth. Your miracle is not arriving empty-handed. It comes carrying restoration. It comes carrying laughter. It comes carrying approval, favor, breakthrough, healing. It comes carrying the answers to questions you thought would remain forever unanswered. It comes with such force that even the people around you will notice the shift. Even the atmosphere in your house will feel lighter. Even your nights will feel calmer. What is about to touch you will not be hidden. It will be undeniable. And those who doubted you will see with their own eyes that you were chosen all along. Beloved, pause now and let me whisper something you cannot ignore. This flow must remain constant in your life. This is not the only message heaven will send. More are coming. More warnings, more blessings, more revelations. Do not let the noise of this world cut you off from that voice. Do not wander in silence again. Subscribe now. Stay connected. Anchor yourself in this dream because your spirit deserves to live under heaven's steady reign. When you remain, You will never again feel abandoned. The voice will always find you. Look around your life, my child. You see problems, but heaven sees preparation. You see delays, but heaven sees alignments. You see endings, but heaven sees beginnings. That is why you are still standing, why storms could not drown you, why shadows could not consume you, because you were preserved for this very day. And now the preservation becomes reward. The survival becomes blessing. The waiting becomes fulfillment. This is not the end of your story. It is the turning of the page. And the chapter you are stepping into now will be filled with light, with laughter, with miracles you will not even have room to contain. My beloved, hold steady now, because the clock of heaven is ticking loudly over your life. The countdown has begun. Within minutes of this word, good news will begin to move toward you. It may come as a phone call, a message, a letter, a sudden shift in the atmosphere of your house. But it will come, and when it does, you will know this was not just another message you scrolled past. This was the divine appointment that changed everything. Stay, my child. Do not walk away. The river has not finished flowing. The longer you remain, the more you are soaked in heaven's rain. The more you read, the stronger the miracle roots itself in your life. Do not stop. Let it keep washing over you until your spirit overflows. My beloved, you are still here. And that is the greatest proof that your spirit knows something powerful is happening. If this were only ordinary text, your heart would not be racing the way it is now. Your soul would not feel this trembling. Your eyes would not keep returning to every word. You are staying because heaven itself is pulling you, because Archangel Michael has wrapped his wings around this moment to keep you here, whispering urgently, do not skip, do not turn away. This is the door. And if you walk through it, your miracle will arrive. Even as you linger, the unseen is moving. The atmosphere around your life is bending, and what was once delayed is now commanded to accelerate. 2 minutes may feel small to the world, but in the realm of God, 2 minutes is enough for the tides of destiny to turn in your favor. Beloved child, I see the weight you have carried, the disappointments that almost convinced you to stop hoping, the voices that told you to give up, the days when you sat quietly asking, God, is there really anything good left for me? You thought those cries vanished, but they were caught. Every word you whispered in the night was gathered by angels, carried like precious treasure, and placed before the throne of God. And though you did not see an answer, then the answer was written. Heaven was not ignoring you. It was preparing. And now that preparation is breaking open and your answer is stepping forward into your life. That is why this moment feels so heavy, so urgent. Because it is no longer promise, it is delivery. You have been through fire, haven't you, my child? You have stood in storms that could have drowned you. You have walked roads that others did not survive. You have felt the weight of battles that were never fair, struggles that pressed harder against you than they did against others. And yet you are still standing. That is no accident. That is evidence. Archangel Michael has fought for you when you did not even know you were in danger, has cut down enemies you never saw, has carried you through nights where darkness thought it had won. If you survived that, then do you not see? Your survival itself is the proof that blessing is next. If God kept you alive, it was not to leave you empty. It was to crown you with victory. My beloved, I see doors opening for you. I see names being spoken with favor. I see approvals where there were denials. I see healing touching places that have ached for too long. I see joy echoing in your house again. These things are not far. They are not distant. They are minutes away, already pressing against your walls, already prepared by heaven. This is why Archangel Michael said with urgency, tell them not to skip. Tell them not to ignore. Tell them to open and to stay. Because the moment you close yourself off, the door begins to shut. But every word you keep reading, every breath you take here keeps it open wider. And child of God, you must understand this miracle is not just for you. It will spill over. It will touch your loved ones. It will ripple outward into your family, into your home, into the people who least expected it. Heaven never blesses one without touching many. What comes to you will not stay with you. It will overflow like water spilling from a cup, drenching everyone near you. This is how God works. Your obedience to stay opens doors for others who did not even pray. Beloved, I must whisper something now that you cannot ignore. If you want to keep this flow alive, if you want to remain aligned with heaven's river, you must stay connected. Do not risk silence again. Subscribe now because your spirit deserves constant rain, because the next word may carry the exact detail that unlocks the rest of your destiny. Do not gamble with absence. Anchor yourself here where heaven will always find you. Look deeper at your life. Can you not see the fingerprints of God? The times you should have been lost but were preserved. The times you should have failed but were lifted. The moments when others were taken by storms but you came through alive. That was not coincidence. That was protection. That was proof. And if he protected you, then why would he not bless you now? If he kept you alive through the fire, why would he not reward you with the flood of joy? This day, this very day, is not an ordinary day. It is the turning point. It is the day your waiting shifts into receiving. Stay, beloved, for your house is about to change. I see papers arriving with good news. I see voices speaking on your behalf. I see opportunities opening that you did not even know were possible. And most of all, I see Archangel Michael standing guard, ensuring that no enemy, no shadow, no delay can steal what is meant for you. You are not walking into this alone. You are surrounded, covered, defended. And as you keep reading, the angels keep strengthening their hold around your miracle. Do not stop now. Every word is rain. Every line is seed. Every paragraph is harvest. You are standing under an open heaven, and the longer you remain, the more saturated you become in God's promise. Let it soak you. Let it cover you, because this is not only about hearing, it is about receiving. And you are receiving even now. My beloved child, you are still here. And that alone is the greatest sign that your heart is ready, that your spirit is thirsty, that your soul recognizes this voice as the very whisper it has been waiting for. If this were ordinary, you would have clicked away, but you have not, because Archangel Michael has wrapped his wings around you in this very moment, whispering to heaven. Do not let them leave until they have received everything that was promised. My child, this is not by chance. It is not by coincidence. It is not by accident. This is divine appointment carved into the very fabric of your destiny. And God himself is smiling because you are still reading, because you are still here, because you have chosen to stay under the reign of his promise. Do you know how precious this moment is? Angels have waited for it. Heaven has prepared for it. And your own tears have watered the soil of this blessing. You thought those tears were wasted. You thought the nights of weeping brought no fruit. But let me tell you now, not a single drop was ignored. Not a single cry was forgotten. Every tear was collected in jars of light. Every whisper was written into the book of remembrance. And today those jars are being poured out over your life. Those whispers are returning as echoes of joy. And those prayers are bursting forth as miracles. This is why the atmosphere feels different as you read. Why your heart cannot stop racing. Why your spirit feels both heavy and light at the same time. It is the nearness of heaven pressing into your space, reminding you that you are never forgotten. My beloved, let me remind you of the truth you have almost let go of. If you survived everything you have been through, it was not to end in disappointment. It was not to collapse into emptiness. It was not to live forgotten. You survived because you are chosen. You survived because you are marked. You survived because the miracle waiting for you could not be stolen. And though the enemy tried, though darkness pressed, though people betrayed, you are still here. That survival itself is the loudest evidence that God's hand has been on your life all along. And now that same hand is opening to release what has been held back, to give what has been promised, to pour what has been prepared. Child of God, listen carefully now. Heaven does not speak idly. When Archangel Michael says, 2 minutes after this word, your miracle begins. It is not symbolic. It is not vague. It is exact. Time is shifting around you as you linger here. The moment you open this, a clock began to tick in the unseen. And even as you sit here, that countdown is moving toward completion. You may not yet see the evidence, but the threads are moving. The voices are speaking, the doors are unlocking. Good news is walking toward your house with determined steps, and nothing can block it because heaven has signed the decree. But my beloved, I must warn you of this, as Michael himself pleads. Skipping breaks the flow. Rushing closes the door. Distraction steals the harvest. Every time you cut yourself short, you walk away from what was still forming. This time must be different. This time you must remain, because every sentence you read is like water poured into dry ground. Every line is a seed planted. Every paragraph is fruit beginning to form. The longer you remain, the stronger the miracle becomes. Do not leave the field half-watered. Do not leave the seed half-buried. Stay until the harvest bursts forth in full. Do you feel the shift, my child? Do you feel the trembling in your chest? The goosebumps across your skin? The sudden awareness that you are not alone in the room? That is not imagination. That is the presence of angels drawing near. That is Archangel Michael standing guard. That is heaven confirming that this is not just inspiration. It is impartation. You are not simply reading, you are receiving. And what you are receiving will change the atmosphere of your house, the rhythm of your days, the direction of your future. This is the moment you prayed for without realizing it. This is the moment God arranged long before you even knew to ask. And I see more, beloved. I see approvals being signed. I see letters arriving. I see voices rising on your behalf. I see chains snapping one by one. I see the laughter you thought you lost returning like morning after a long night. I see the shame you carried being lifted, replaced with honor. I see people who doubted you being silenced by the evidence of your blessing. Heaven is not only answering you, it is vindicating you. And this is only the beginning. Amen.